Okay, got the Ryobi 40-volt battery charging, and it goes with the Ryobi Extend It, and it's got a brush whacker on there, which is pretty darn cool. I was just out using it earlier. I've got the weed eater attachment. It's called, oh, Expand It, not Extend It, Expand It. It's the Ryobi Expand It, and I got the it came with the weed eater attachment, and then my brother bought the brush cutter attachment, and it's pretty good. Let's see if you can see it over here. It's got these blades, and yeah, it chops right through that stuff. And it's got a 40-volt battery. It's actually not near as heavy as I thought it would be. But I was cutting the path on the road there, and you can see did a pretty good spot of it all in that area there. They cut it right down, no problem, and it goes through those raspberry brambles really easy. So I'm recharging it, and then I'm going to do some weed eating with it, and we'll see how that goes. So I've got a little power strip inside that runs to the inverter out in the solar box, and that's what we use to charge all the battery operated equipment. So we have the Ryobi Expand It battery, the 40-volt lithium charging, and I also have my little Black & Decker charging because we got lucky and a branch fell down over there off an oak tree, so I'm going to cut it up for the firewood. And there's the big old piece of oak tree that fell. So I'm just getting that cut up. You know, one of the things that sometimes people don't take into consideration when they talk about getting a retreat, if they don't plan on living on there full time, is that then you have two pieces of property that you need to maintain, and you have to be able to travel back and forth. And that creates expense, and you have to be able to security measures, you know, check on things. And I have seen some people, they have remote security, which is good to some extent. But even not taking security into account, just the fact of the actual labor involved in maintaining two pieces of property, because obviously properties get overgrown rather quickly, especially in the spring. And then, you know, you have repairs to the actual structures. If you have a structure on the property, there's work to be done setting up the property. So it's a lot of work to take into consideration. And I know that there's a lot of videos out there, so it's not that it's not seen, but it's not really mentioned that it can put a lot of strain on you, especially if you're still working a full-time job on top of all of that. Is, you know, a full-time job, and then maintaining your actual home where you live and your property surrounding it, and if you have any animals and whatnot there, and then having another property that you travel back and forth to. And if you have animals, that means transporting animals or having someone to watch your animals when you leave them behind. So all of that should be taken into consideration, you know, when you're buying a piece of property, or if you are thinking of buying a retreat property.